It's Saturday night. You're out with the group, and the bill for dinner just hit the table. You were planning on just getting an appetizer and a water because you're trying to hit that $10,000 savings milestone we talked about last month. But then, one friend orders the surf and turf. Another grabs a second round of $18 cocktails. Before you know it, the group consensus is to just split the bill equally. You're looking at a $95 charge for a meal you didn't even really want. You pay it because you don't want to be that person, but as you walk to your car, you feel that familiar pit in your stomach. You realize that despite your spreadsheets and your discipline, your social life is a hole in your pocket that you can't seem to plug. You feel like you're trying to run a marathon while your best friends are playfully tying your shoelaces together. My name is Badger, and I spend way too much time thinking about the invisible forces that dictate our financial success. If you're someone who feels like your bank account is constantly being sabotaged by your social calendar, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. The average of 5 fallacy. Look, here's the thing. We've all heard the cliche. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Most people hear that and think it's just some motivational rah-rah fluff. They think, my friends are great people, they just aren't money people, and that's fine. Look, it's not fine. Not if you actually want to build wealth. What most people don't realize is that this isn't just a catchy saying, it's a socioeconomic law. A landmark study by social psychologist Nicholas Christakis found that if your friend becomes obese, you are 57% more likely to become obese. But here's what's crazier. The same contagion F. The math of friendship tax. Now, you might be thinking, Badger, my friends don't force me to spend money. I'm an adult with free will. Sure you are. But let's look at the math of the friendship tax. The scenario. Let's say you have an inner circle of 5 friends. 4 of them have what I call the consumer mindset. They live paycheck to paycheck, they finance their cars, and they view wealth as having a high credit limit. The Friday night out, $100, including the split the bill tax. The group trip, $1,500 for a long weekend, because they wanted the Instagrammable Airbnb. The pressure to match, $200 per month on clothes or gadgets to stay relevant in the group chat. The total friendship tax, roughly $6,000 a year. If you took that $6,000 and invested it into a boring S&P 500 index fund at an 8% return in 10 years, that tax would have cost you $93,800. In 20 years, $296,000. You aren't just losing dinner money, you are losing your house deposit. You are losing your early retirement. You are paying a $300,000 premium just to fit in with people who are also struggling. This is where it gets really interesting. The psychology, why we can't say no. Why do we do this? It's called normative social influence. Our brains are literally evolved to fear being kicked out of the tribe. In the Stone Age, being exiled from the group meant death. In 2026, being exiled means not being invited to the bachelor party. Your brain processes the social shame of being frugal in the same way it processes physical pain. Most people don't realize that their friends aren't trying to hurt them. They are just operating on a different financial frequency. If your inner circle views a $60,000 car loan as a normal part of life, you will eventually view it as normal too. You start to justify bad math because everyone around you is doing the same bad math. The audit. How to categorize your circle. I'm not telling you to go home and delete all your friends' phone numbers. That's a lonely way to get rich. But you need to perform a financial audit. There are 3 types of people in your life right now. The anchors. These are the people who actively discourage your growth. They make fun of your side hustle. They say things like, why are you being so cheap? Or you can't take it with you. They are literally weighing you down. The neutrals. They don't hurt you, but they don't help you. They are stuck in the same cycle as you. The engines. These are the people who are further ahead than you. They talk about assets, not items. They talk about ideas, not people. The surprising insight, proximity is power. Here's the part that most people miss. You don't need to replace your friends. You need to dilute them. If you spend 100% of your time with people earning $50,000 a year, your brain will convince you that $60,000 is rich. But if you spend just 10% of your time with someone earning $500,000, your entire success thermostat gets reset. You realize that the things you thought were impossible are actually just standard operating procedures for a different group of people. Go to one networking event, one high-end seminar, or even just one expensive coffee shop where the engines hang out. Don't go to spend money, go to listen. Listen to what they complain about. Hint, it's usually taxes and scaling, not the price of eggs. Look, your net worth is a lagging indicator of your associations. You cannot expect to fly with eagles if you're spending every weekend scratching with the turkeys. It's time to be the CEO of your own life. Audit your circle. Identify the anchors and start setting boundaries. You don't have to stop loving them, but you do have to stop letting them drive your financial bus. Find your engines. Seek out people who make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because of how much they've achieved. That discomfort is where the growth happens. If you're ready to stop paying the friendship tax and start building a circle that pulls you toward the $100,000 mark, hit that subscribe button. We're building a tribe of engines right here at Growth Capital Mind. Tell me in the comments, have you ever felt money shamed by your friends for trying to save? I want to hear your stories. I'll be down there responding to as many as I can. Stop settling for average. Start auditing. I'll see you in the next one.